Pretty common to make those New Year's resolutions to improve your diet, lose weight. The gyms are full of people with good intentions right now, but you need to do it in a healthy way, and you need to be kind to yourself along the way. Health and fitness expert, really more of a lifestyle mentor, Dai Manuel, joins us here to talk about some of the trends that we should avoid. Everybody's got the best of expectations, and we're out there right now, and we're eating well, and we're eating salads, and we're working out. But you know what? By the middle of January, towards the end of January, those short-term moves that we're making, they start to fall off.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking before we went on, the whole idea of sustainable lifestyles. You know, like what can you do today that you can foresee yourself doing maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road?
Because if you don't make that behavior change permanent, then whatever gains you make are going to be temporary.
Correct. That's absolutely right.
So you have to buy into this.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
It has to be something that you want, not something that you have to do.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference there, right? Big difference.
Yes, that's really going to affect your motivation, isn't it? So if you were going to give us your one top thing, excuse me, to avoid, don't get caught in the trap, what would that be?
Yeah, I guess one, it comes down to calorie counting, you know, because a lot of us get caught in that idea of, I got to watch how much calories I'm taking in. And we get obsessed with reading labels and tracking the calories. And if you start looking at your food a little differently, look at it from a nutrient standpoint. You know, what will this do to my body? How will it make me feel? And we start talking about that relationship with food. You know, so
that relationship with food is fraught with danger, though, for so many people, right?
Well, it is, because we associate certain habits and comfort habits to certain types of foods that may not be moving us forward towards that goal that we want to achieve for ourselves. That lifestyle.
Keeping that lifestyle goal in mind.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's the muscle between the ears.
You're taking us in a circle,
yeah,
aren't you?
Well,
okay, I
we're
get
getting
it.
here. So,
and you can help us with this because you've been there. You have lived the life of a sedentary, obese person, and you didn't like the way it made you feel, so you took steps to move forward. And every year you take a few more steps, and that's the idea. Start small and then take bigger steps as you go.
Absolutely. Very, very, very true. And you know, when it comes to nutrition, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I hear a lot of people say, listen, I don't have time. You know, so we tend to eat out. You know, we can't control what goes into the food. We can't control also the size of the portions. So be like me. I'm lazy in the kitchen, okay? So this is why we brought in a beef roaster.
Well, you're in beef country, so we're pretty big fans of that.
And I'm glad to hear that, because you literally put it in a pan, you set it in the oven, you let it cook, so set it and forget it. When you bring that out, I know you have a daughter, I have a couple daughters, and for me, I can feed them well with this, but I can also make 2 or 3 meals throughout the week.
And 2 or 3 different meals. Like you've got a nice variety here. And variety, I think, is going to be one of those things that you've got to keep your brain interested.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
You can't eat the same thing, and I'm bad for this. I tend to, if I'm having success, I'll eat the same thing every day, and you got to mix it up a little bit. And this looks delicious here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, just grab and go tortillas. We also have Korean beef lettuce cups. My kids die for these. They love them.
Nice.
And then when we start thinking about, this shouldn't overwhelm you, but look at your plates a little differently. So a plate or a bowl, we have a bowl here. And we want to dedicate 50% of it to green leafy vegetables. Think more color the better, all right? And then on top of that, we have a little grain over there. So you're gonna give a quarter of it now to a grain. Maybe couscous, whole grain roll, quinoa, and then the last quarter to a single source protein. When I say a single ingredient, you know, so it's not a processed meat.
Yes, it's a quality lean protein.
Absolutely.
And the beef is a good match for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's going to leave you feeling satiated, energetic, but also you're going to feel good. You know, 2 hours down the road, you're still going to feel good. You're not going to have that mid-afternoon crash, because we know what happens when that happens.
Well, that's Donut Land, which no one's a bigger fan of donuts than me, but that does give you the crash. So when so really you have to stand back and you have to say, what is this going to do to feed my body, and how am I going to feel? And that's where you make your plan. You've got beans, legumes, you've got some hummus, quality ingredients. It's going to fill you up, it's going to give you good nutrients, and that is doable every day.
It is doable. And then also look at it, you know, like I brought the peanut butter here, because if you wanted 26 grams of good quality protein from whole food, unprocessed, you need 2.5 servings of black beans, you know, you need 6 servings of hummus, or 7 tablespoons of peanut butter, or 75 grams of lean steak.
Yeah, and you know what, that's a serving, right? Like that is going to be beautiful on that salad. You've got the colors. So think about the quality of your food. Think about the steps that you're going to take to make that nourishing for you. And don't we all deserve that? Let's take a moment and nourish ourselves. It's fuel for us.
Absolutely.
Good basic ideas from Dai. for us. You have a website you want to pass
Yeah,
along?
DaiManuel.com. All the food that you see here, I've got free recipes that you can download and print off. And use the hashtag BeefAdvantage if you want to connect with me online.
Okay, Beef Advantage, DaiManuel.com. Check it out. Grab a piece of beef, beautiful salad. That's dinner for tonight.